Now, in addition to real-time recording, we can also use a step sequencer on the SP404, which opens up a lot of possibilities, not just for more intricate programming, but also for more detailed editing. Instead of relying on undo, you can go into the step sequencer, select a specific sample, and delete specific notes at specific points in your pattern. So how do you use this? We saw that to record a pattern, if I hit record, right, I can start recording in any of the blank pattern slots. If I play a pattern that's already has notes in it, I could then press record. And then once the pattern gets back to the first beat of the first bar, I could start recording in real time. Okay. But I don't really want to do that. Shift, exit. What I'd like to do instead is I'd like to use the same pattern, but I want to use a step sequencer to either add more notes or to edit some of the notes that are here. In fact, I don't really love the hi-hat pattern. I'm not in love with most of it, actually, and I think I can tweak this in an interesting way. So I'm going to play the pattern. While it's playing, I'm going to hold Shift and press record. Okay. So since this pattern already has notes in it, I can see now this is taking me to a different mode, and I'm now in the TR rec mode. All right. I can see these pads. There's a green light going through showing me a playhead. This represents one bar broken into 16 steps, and I can use the value knob to go to the next bar. Okay, these are purple, that's bar 2, this is bar 1. Now I'd like to turn down the metronome because I don't really need it right now. I need to go into the record settings, and while I'm in the record settings, I can hold Shift and just turn that down. Okay, let's get out of the record settings, back in the TR rec mode. I want to edit the hi-hat pattern. I can hold subpad, and now I can choose a bank with samples. In this case, the sample I want to choose is here. And now I see the pattern that I've entered. I don't like this pattern. I'm going to get rid of those notes. Okay, nice. All right, now at this point, the settings in the screen are the settings for the notes that I enter, and I need to make sure these settings are set before I enter the note, okay? The substep determines how many times the note will be triggered per step. This is a great way to do ratchets and to do rolls. So for instance, let's just do something really simple first. And let's say for this last one here, I want this to be triggered twice in the same step. So I'm going to adjust the substep here. And there we go. All right. So now when I enter a note here, it's going to be triggered twice per step. And maybe I want the velocity of this one to be lower. So I'm going to remove that, change the velocity, and then put it in there again. All right. If I want to, let's go ahead and maybe switch to a different sound. Hold subpad. Let's switch to the kick drum. So now I can see the kick pattern that I entered here. And I think what would be interesting is maybe let's do something where we change the pattern or the pitch of the kick. Oops. Make sure the substep is not the same. And let's say here. And let's go here. All right, cool. All right, so already we've been able to give that a lot more character, a lot more personality, starting off by recording something in real time and then being able to go into the TR rec mode to edit some of the steps. Now, if you're starting with a blank pattern, in order to get into the TR rec mode, all you do, press record, select the pattern, and you can just simply hit remain to switch between real time and TR rec mode. It's as simple as that.